Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to my channel. Today I come to you with some great news, some great updates from one of my favorite prop firms, TradeDay. I think they're doing a phenomenal job on just the edits and updates they've been making to their program over the years. And today I come to kind of share with you guys why I feel TradeDay is the best futures prop firm today. The best futures prop firm that you can buy today. And they sent out an email this morning, sharing some updates to their trailing max drawdown, which, as you all know, is calculated end of the day. That's huge to me. I'm really, really a big proponent of that. I hate unrealized intraday trailing drawdown because, it just feels like you're being penalized for not taking profit, or it's just harder to trade that way from my experience. So I'm super excited to see an end of day trailing drawdown program get updates, which I like a lot. So TradeDay is one of my favorites. When they started, they're one of the first prop firms to really take a really relaxed approach to withdrawals, where they didn't make you jump through hundreds and thousands of hoops to get your first payout. Where with them, if you make a profit, you can withdraw from day one, right? And they kind of trust you to manage your own account, where they're not telling you, be profitable for X amount of days, or, have X amount of trading days, or even the consistency rule. They do have a consistency rule for their evaluations, but not for a payout. So I just like to see the direction they're going in. I think it's great. And today I'm going to kind of share with you guys how TradeDay is different from competing companies and what to me makes them really noteworthy. And I'm also going to share with you all how you can save 50% off on any of these evaluations. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my list. With the new program, TradeDay eliminated their daily loss limit a while back. And that was their last update, where they went from just your drawdown is your drawdown, and there's no longer a daily loss limit. And I know for futures evaluation programs that offered end of day drawdown, they almost always come with a daily loss limit. So I'm going to show you guys two of their big competitors that I know offer end of day drawdowns, and we'll see, right? So the 50K plan, for example, with UProfit, which is their best seller, the profit target is $2,500. The max drawdown is $2,000, but there we go, a daily loss limit. So even though your pro drawdown is $2,000, you're not allowed to lose more than $1,100 on any given day. With TradeDay, on the $50,000 plan, it's just one end of day drawdown. It's the $2,000, and you can lose more than $1,100 in a single day. I think that's much better because it just limits your capital, right? Like if your profit target is $3,000 and your account value can't go down more than $1,000 or $1,100 in a day, I think it does make it harder to hit that profit target. And sometimes, the market could be volatile, and by the time the market comes back, you're stopped out already. So, I just think it does make it a little easier to trade because it gives you more flexibility, which I think is a great thing. So that's a big plus for me. Number two, I would say why TradeDay is better than other prop firms right now is that they have the least amount of rules and restrictions on payouts. And I think that's the point of trading, right? People trade because they want to make money. So if a lot of times these rules I see, to me, it just seems like they make it so they don't want you to make withdrawals. Whereas TradeDay, it's very straightforward and simple. If you're making profit, you can make withdrawals. That's, to me, that's how it should be. That's the gold standard to me. And you guys have noticed that they updated their drawdowns from the previous ones, where it's now way more competitive. So before, TradeDay was great for all the other things I mentioned, but their drawdowns were slightly smaller than their competitors. And with the new update, they made the drawdown larger to be more competitive. So right now, they are the most competitive. If you look at Elite Trader Funding on their end of day drawdown accounts, 50K, let's just use a standard account size, it's the same as you profit, where you have a max drawdown of $2,000 with a daily loss limit of $1,100, profit target of 3,000. If you look at TradeDay, their profit target is less, and the max you can lose in a day is double, you know, the other two. So I just think that's a huge plus for TradeDay compared to other prop firms. Now, something else that I think is really important is that they allow you to trade a size that you're comfortable with. One of my biggest gripes with TopStep is that they still consider one micro as equal to one mini. And we all know that a micro is really 1/10 the size of a mini. And where that would hurt traders, I felt, is if you're trying to trade a size that you're comfortable with, which might mean trading 4 micros or 3 micros or whatever, you really are limited in your ability to scale up or down, where it's either you're trading 5 micros or less, or you're going to go straight to trading a mini. By having the ability to trade up to 50 micros on the 50K account, you have a lot more flexibility on how you can position your trades. And I think that's really good for traders. I don't think all traders should be trading e-minis, especially on accounts with $2,000 of drawdown. So, especially, or even on an account where you can't lose more than $1,000 in a day. Like, that person, to me, should not be trading minis. And I think also, like, you might need to trade more than 5 micros. So, like, what's the, how do you do that? So I love the fact that TradeDay views, at least on this account, it's a 1-to-10, where it's like 1 mini is equal to 10 micros. That's, to me, is how it should be. Obviously, as you scale up in plans, you're going to be limited in trading micros. Like, I think after the 50K account, all the accounts can only trade 50 micros, which if you're trading 50 micros, you should just trade a mini at that point. But I think it matters a lot more for people with smaller accounts. When you're trading, $2,000 drawdown or $3,000 drawdown, these things matter a lot more at that level. So that's just my take on that. And I do trade micros myself. I like trading micros because I think it helps me manage risk. Also, TradeDay does not charge you a monthly data fee for live sim accounts. So a lot of prop firms will charge you a monthly fee for having an account, and you could either pay a one-time fee or you could pay a monthly fee. So like Elite Trader Funding, for example, on their end of day drawdown accounts, I think it's going to be like $80 a month if you want to go that route, or you could pay a one-time activation fee, which is going to be more than $80. So with TradeDay, once you pass your evaluation, you're not paying a monthly fee to keep the account. You're also not paying an activation fee, which is my next benefit. With both UProfit, Elite Trader, and almost every other futures prop trading evaluation company, you're going to pay an evaluation fee. And it's going to be anywhere from probably $130 to $400, depending on your account size and the company itself. And I love that TradeDay does not charge that activation fee. If you're trading sim accounts or live sim, I just don't think, that's my opinion. I just don't think you should be paying a monthly fee for that. And I think the activation fees, where I think people get confused a lot, where they could see an evaluation for $20, $30, not realizing if you pass that evaluation, the activation fee is $200, $250. So the account, when you're looking at the value per dollar, when you're getting an account or choosing a company, you don't just want to be cheap and focus on who has the cheapest evaluations. Like, I like looking at value, right? So from a value perspective, I think TradeDay's offering is one of the most competitive, because what you pay for the evaluation is kind of one of your only expenses tied to getting the account if you pass, right? If you pass, they're not charging you an activation fee or a data fee once you pass. And one big knock I'm gonna have for UProfit, and I don't understand why they are this way, is they still don't have Tradovate, and TradeDay does offer Tradovate. So, you know, I think for everything I like about prop trading and all the benefits of all the various companies, I think TradeDay got really close to offering one program or one account that you can kind of get all the things you like about all the other accounts. So I'm gonna be honest, I've always liked UProfit's model where all the drawdown is end of day. Their drawdowns were competitive. They offered at one point the ability to make withdrawals from day one. Now it's a little different. But I always had a problem with them not offering Tradovate. And I've done NinjaTrader. I just personally prefer Tradovate. I like trading there better. It's just what it is for me. So I like Elite Trader Funding because they offer you various account types. Like you pick what works for you, right? Diamond hand, static, fast track, end of day drawdown. I like that about Elite Trader Funding, but I did not like the monthly data fees. And up till recently, there wasn't even an option to have a one-time activation fee in place of the data fee. So again, I still not a huge fan of the monthly data fee or the activation fee, but I think for a while, not having an activation fee wasn't an option. Like every prop firm you were gonna go to, that was it was kind of just you had to pay it. It's what it is. If you pass an evaluation, you're paying the activation fee. That's it. So I like the fact that TradeDay's improved their drawdowns to make it more competitive. They went away with the ability to go straight live, where you can now go to a sim live account and not pay a monthly data fee. And I think they're doing a really good job all around on improving their programs and making it really accessible to traders without having the hassle of wondering if you're going to get paid or if you're going to jump through 1,000 hoops to really get your first payout. So huge kudos to them. I really like what they're doing, and I want to share with you guys, you can actually use my TradeDay coupon code HonestPropTrader to get 50% off on all of these evaluations. So again, it's going to be in the description, the code you can use, but please check the code out, and then you're going to get half off, and it really helps out the channel. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, just please drop it in the comments and I'll respond to it. Thanks, guys.